What's up? Got an interesting story that's just breaking. Such a strange story. What's up? What's up? What's up? But it's good news. Look, it's good news because, and I'll tell you this. If you've ever watched The Lab before, which I'm sure most of you haven't, hold on. I don't even know why my camera's not up, or well, it's just a nightmare. The usually what happens. Let me see here. Carlee. Did I spell it wrong? I spell it wrong. So usually what happens is, okay, there I am. What's up? Good to see you. When somebody goes missing, especially under the circumstances that it's, and this is a story that we're probably going to hear so much more about, because none of it's really adding up. But the fact of the matter is, the young lady that went missing, Carlee Russell, over 48 hours ago has she showed up. I wouldn't even say that she was found. She found her way home. She showed up at her parents' house. They then took her to the hospital, probably for an evaluation, but they believed that she was abducted. Now the story goes that she stopped alongside of the highway to help a toddler that was wandering on the freeway or highway, and there's video of her pulled over. We'll take a look at that as well. There was no child located. There was no child reported missing in that area. So who knows? Such a strange story, but she is found. But she is found. It hasn't been broadcasted publicly of her being found on news stations, but yes, she was located. Yeah, she was located. Okay. She was dropped off. There you go. See, dropped off. So let me just bring this up real quick, and then we can hear a little bit about it. That call-in number is no good, so don't even try. I'm just kidding, but really, it's not.
Carlee's mother and father, Talitha and Carlos Russell, join us now. Talitha, thank you for joining me.
Why can't I hear?
And Carlos, thank you as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you all for taking the time to interview us and help us continue to keep this on the forefront of people's minds.
I can only imagine how challenging this must be for you. So I don't want to waste Carlee's mother and father, Talitha and Carlos Russell, join us now. Talitha, thank you for joining me. And Carlos, thank you as well.
Thank you. Thank you all.
So this is the premise of the story that, this was her going missing.
For taking the time to interview us and help us continue to keep this on the forefront of people's minds.
I can only imagine how challenging this must be for you. So I don't want to waste any time going on over things that may not matter. Tell us about your daughter and what you want people to know most about
her. She is she's just a joy to be around, a genuine person, a loving person, always trying to help.
As of right now, there is no child, or there was no child or a child reported missing. So that's still to be.
I was trying to help people wherever she can. She is human. She is human, but she has a love for God. She knows who her Savior is.
I don't know much about this, and I'm really just kind of picking up on it right now. But from the little bit of information that I've gathered, it doesn't sound like an abduction, but it obviously could be. It could be a psychological break. It could be a lot of things. I have no idea. I mean, this is very interesting. The toddler thing makes it
And
even,
that's pretty
because sometimes people do just kind of wander
much
off.
who Carlee is. She has a promising future. She's a hard worker. And we just want everyone to do everything within their power, no matter how big, how small, to just make this a joint effort so that we can have the victory.
Carlos, talk to me about the response from the community.
It's been fantastic, overwhelming, tremendous, out of this world. We can't say enough about the support that the community has given us, the love that they've shown to our.
If you're just joining us, Carlee Russell was reportedly found alive, dropped off at her parents' house, taken to the hospital for what is probably an evaluation. No child was found. No child's been reported missing.
Family, our friends, our community, our church family, people we don't know, different organizations, local, state organizations. It's just been fantastic and unwavering, and we want it to continue.
I think what troubles people the most with this is that it was clear, by all accounts, that she was being a good Samaritan. She saw a kid by itself, and she's like, wait a minute, something's not right here. Let me pull over. What was that call like? What can you tell us?
Well, she was talking to our son's girlfriend on the phone. She told her that it looks like there's a little child on the side of the road that looks like a small toddler. And she told her, don't get out the car. And she said, I'm going to call 911, pull over and call 911 or call 911.
Now, I'm going to show you the video because there is video that was released of her pulled off to the side of the road where supposedly a little kid was. And I mean, this is a busy highway, ladies and gentlemen, and it was packed. She's pulled over on the shoulder of the road and it's packed. So, okay, sorry.
She called, put her on hold, called 911, and she clicked back over and told her that 911 was, or that the police were on the way. And the next thing our son's girlfriend heard was Carlee asking the child if they were okay. So she evidently got out the car. She asked.
And by the way, and I'm hearing people, and very well could be a mental break, and I wouldn't disagree with that. But why the child? Why would, I mean, she's talking to a child. She screams on the phone. That would be a really odd twist to add. Why wouldn't somebody just go miss? Why the child? I don't know.
The child, if they were okay, maybe 2 or 3 times. She didn't hear a response from a child on the other end. And she did hear a scream. And then she could tell there was maybe some type of shuffling, and the phone dropped to the ground. And from there, all she could hear was background noise. By that time, she was coming into the room to alert myself and my son what had just transpired. She kept the line open. She didn't hang up. I was yelling Carlee's name. We were all yelling Carlee's name. I picked up my phone to call Carlee's phone, just even though I knew that line was open with our son's girlfriend. It was just like, I just felt, I felt I needed to try to do something to try to reach her since she wasn't answering us when we were calling her name, and all we could just hear was like background noise. And from there, I came and got my husband from the bedroom and told him a brief synopsis of what had just transpired. We needed to throw on some clothes and go to her location. We do share our location through Life 360. And so it was pinging that she was at a particular street. However, when we got there, we did not see her car. And what we realized once the police came to where we were is that
this is another scenario that people are throwing out there. I don't know if it's possible or not, but somebody said, well, you put the kid out there as bait. She gets out of the car, lures her out of the car. So, I mean, possible, seems unlikely, but we don't really know what's going on here. There is much more to this story, and I'm gonna just kind of think somebody said something about schizophrenia. I don't know about that. I know which obviously it is something that does develop in the 20s and early 30s and sometimes mid 30s. It develops a little later on, but like, I mean, we could be talking all kinds of stuff, all kinds. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
that because her car was on the interstate, it was pinging at the street we went to because that street was right behind and below that interstate 459.
Talitha, I know that this remains an active investigation. We will continue to share that information here at News Nation. Talitha Russell, Carlos Russell, thank you so much for joining us. And we are definitely keeping Carlee in our thoughts and prayers for a safe return home.
Okay. And so, like I said, it's being reported that she did show up at home in shock or whatever. There's a lot going on here, but let me. So strange. I have the video. So this is where, courtesy of WBC or WBRC Fox 6 News, it's on your side. I don't know what the hell that means. Okay, so you can see if you're looking at the screen, you can see traffic, and it's relatively, it's not heavy traffic, it's not light, but it's traffic is moving. She's on the shoulder, and if you look on the right through the green belt, on the other side of that is housing. It's like a gated community or something like that. And so this is, if you look up, you can see her car's the one that has the flashing lights. So she's pulled over. But if you look down here, I did find this interesting, and I don't know what this is, but look off of the side of the freeway here, and you can see I don't know what the hell that light is there. So there's a light that you can clearly see. Is that what it is? Reflection? Is that what it is? A glow bug? That's a big ass glow bug. Is that true? Reflection of the car lights? Okay, well, maybe. I don't know. Is it? I have no idea what it is. Cursed with Curiosity says flashlight. I don't know. Both figures got out. It's moving pretty fast for a flashlight. It's in sync with the car on the left. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, it is. So the fact of the matter is that the young lady is okay. She's alive. She's taken to the hospital. Showed up at her parents' house. Somebody said that she was dropped off at her parents' house. I don't know if she was dropped off or if she just showed up. I doubt that somebody's just gonna I mean, can you imagine somebody just going, "Hey, let me drop you off at your parents' house," and the world's looking for you? I just don't see that. Bugs can look Celeste coming in hot with the bugs can look huge when they're close to the camera lens. I mean, I don't know. So somebody said that she was dropped off, and I don't know if that's the case or not. Oh, there's something, obviously there's something more to the story here. Let me see here. I'm glad she's safe. That's all. Obviously, that doesn't happen that often like that. My opinion, I think there's something fishy. All right, here, I'm going to play it again. Yeah, maybe it is a bug. Yeah, it gets lightened on here as well. So if you're taking a look, if you're just listening and you can't see, or just looking at highway traffic, that's really it. What's up, El Ring? What are you doing? Back in LA, Dick? Just kidding. I love you. It's a blinker. What do you mean it's a blinker? Is it? Oh my God, there it is. It's this thing. Can you see the mouse? Can you see the mouse? Look at this. It's blink. Yeah, so okay. I get it now. I'm sorry. I'm idiot. Look. Blink, 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 blink. See? Interesting. All right. Well, we learn at different speeds, folks. I mean, come on. This is live. I got to sit up here in front of you guys and act like a dancing idiot sometimes, and that's what I'm doing. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Damn it. God. It's like that guy the other day, Alan, was just trying to tell me that there were 2 civil wars. Oh, Alan, he goes, "You're lying. You don't know what you're talking about. There's 2. There was other civil wars." I'm like, "Really, Alan? There was a number. What, Alan? Come on. I get it. Piss me off. Friggin'. No, you're not. You're a liar." Yeah, look, man, I don't know. I never seen this before. I'm just looking at it. I saw a little flashy thing and I'm going, "The hell is that?" Okay, it's a blinker. And it's on from the other side. It's not aliens. It's not, I don't know, man. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, not nice. Yeah, tomorrow he did say that he said America's 2,000 years old too. He really pissed me off last night. Um, I wasn't into it. Okay, Alan was really giving. It wasn't last night. It was the night before. I don't know if she's up to something. I think that I mean, maybe she's having problems. Obviously. Okay, what's her name? Gotta head to Twitter to find the good stuff, even though you don't want to. Okay, so here's a little bit better. So she's pulling over. We can see the blinky little lights there. I get it. It's a reflection. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. So basically, this is just her slowing down, but she slowed down quite a ways. When does she see the child, and when would she drive by the child? Obviously, I do not believe that there was a child involved. That's just me. I'm not really sure exactly where this comes from. I just know WBRS. But yeah, no, I do not believe that there was a child. But I also thought that there was somebody on the side of the road. And I publicly humiliated myself. But that's just standard standard operating procedure over here. Yeah, look, she very well could have been abducted. I'm not that I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's so hard to speculate. I mean, I would think that it sounds like it could be a mental uh, a mental break, but what if it was a feral kid? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. How did she see around the traffic? But it's okay. She's alive. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we could go back here if you want. So you can see, like, she's already on the shoulder down here at the bottom. Okay. So, and she stops. It looks a good, I don't know, 500 feet. So she's just got her hazard lights on. She's on the shoulder. That is not a safe driving lane, but she's doing it. And so she continues. I mean, you wouldn't see a kid from that far away. And so she stops right about the sign. Oopsies, 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 oopsies. And there she is, just kind of floating there. Well, that's a great question. I don't think that if anybody knows if there's a report on that or something, I have no idea who it was. I don't know who dropped her off at home. I don't know. I have no clue. We're all kind of just sorting through this together. And somebody in the chat stupidly said that there was something on the side of the road. I don't know who said that, but it was somebody in the chat, not the host of the show. The host of the show did not insinuate that there could be something, a vehicle on the side of the. It was somebody in chat that said that. So we figure these things out together. Nobody's to be made fun of. Don't make fun of the person in chat that did it. I don't remember their name. Wasn't me. Sure wasn't. It was me. I'm embarrassed about it. Eric, I don't know. I have no idea, but I don't think that somebody would let a feral child that was asked. A feral child run out into the freeway to how would they know? Were they just trying to abduct anybody? Because that is a very moving freeway. You see what I'm saying? That thing is moving. That's just I don't know what a feral child is. Things get out of hand here. She's okay. We're good. Okay. She's okay. It's a feral child. Here you go, little feral child. That's a complete possibility, JJ. Yeah, how do you know who's going to stop? So it's just like whoever stops here, we're going to abduct them? That's a great question. We're not really sure. It's Alabama. I don't know. Look, we can drop the feral child thing. That was also somebody else in chat. Like they insinuated that there was somebody on the side of the road driving an ATV or something. Somebody said that too. Not me. That wasn't me that said that. I didn't bring up a feral child either. Maybe, probably not. I don't know where. There's no footage of her leaving. Yeah. Here, hold on. Carlee. Okay, well, I have no idea what happened there. Let's see what we can find. All right, so I don't know who this guy is on Twitter. His name says it all. The political scumbag, polite. He's a polite, or did I say political scumbag? The polite scumbag, political. So, did I tell you somebody said there was a car on the side of the road there? Alabama woman who went missing after calling 911, Carlee Russell, has been found alive and taken to a hospital. So that kind of seems like okay, I don't know. All right, so right here it says Carlee Russell, 25-year-old nursing student, has safely returned home after mysteriously disappearing 2 days ago. She arrived back at her family's residence in Hoover around 10:45 p.m., prompting a call to Hoover 911. Hoover Police Chief Nick Durez confirmed that Russell arrived alone and was subsequently transported. So she wasn't dropped off. They're saying that she showed up there alone. So that's one theory. If they bring up feral cats and kids and rule that out, we'll talk about that as well. Also, aliens. I know people are truly going to say that it's possible that it was aliens, and I'm not going to touch that. Hoover Police Chief arrived. Okay. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance and her whereabouts during the missing period remain unclear. The police have assured that more details will be shared as they become available. Prior to her disappearance, Russell was reportedly on her way home from work and had stopped to pick up dinner. I wonder what she had for dinner. I hope she got to eat it too. Hopefully something good, like some buffalo wings or something. That sounds good, buffalo wings. Prior to her disappearance, okay, she had stopped to pick up dinner. Sorry, I got tied up there. She decided to stop. Feral aliens. Oh my God. I gotta stop looking at the chat. She decided to stop and offer help. Wait a minute. Even making a 911 call, she was on call with her brother's girlfriend. Huh. It's so weird. And she reported hearing Russell scream before the call was filled with the sound of traffic. Wow. So that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, what if she did take? I don't want to accuse people of like popping shrooms or whatever, but I don't know if she took mushrooms or not. It's possible. Everything's possible. We just don't know. Earlier that evening, police were dispatched to the Red Roof Inn in Montgomery Highway in Vestelvia Hills after Russell's family claimed to have received a call from her stating she was there. However, it seems she was not found at that location. So they got a call from the Red Roof Inn. God. That's Sonic. It's like reminding me of like Sharon Panini or whatever. The incident began on Thursday when Russell left her part-time job at the Woodhouse Spa. Okay, so not at Sonic. Thank you for that. The Woodhouse Spa at the Summit. She stopped at Taziki's at the Collindale to pick. What is that? Taziki's? The Colonial Dale. Colin Dad. Stupid. A feral man named Don Wells. All right. So she then called Hoover 911 reporting that she saw a toddler walking alone. I wonder what she's okay, I'll look at that menu later. So she then called Hoover 911 reporting that she saw a toddler walking alone on the side of I-459. After making the call, she stopped to check on the child and called a family member. The call was abruptly ended after the family member heard Russell scream. Russell's car was later found running but empty, with some of her belongings scattered nearby. Neither Russell nor the child she reported seen were found in the area, and the police had not received any other reports of a missing child. This is an ongoing story and will be updated as more information becomes available, but she is alive. And see those lights again. Stupid. Wasn't okay. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. The scream, the showing back up. I can't believe she's alive, though. It usually doesn't end up that way.
And now, a WBRC breaking news alert.
We have a breaking news update right now in the search for Carlee Russell. Hoover police confirming the search is now over. She has been found alive. She returned to her home tonight and was taken to UAB Hospital, where she is being evaluated at this time. We have a crew on the scene tonight. Taylor Pollock is live at UAB Hospital, and she will join us here in just a few with an update on what she is seeing at the scene. I'm hearing she is ready for us. Let's go right now to Taylor Pollock live at the scene.
The emotion in the atmosphere is relieving. There's a crowd right here in front of the ER here at UAB, and people are praying. They are talking with each other. There's a few chuckles. It's just a huge breath of relief after the last more than 48 hours that Carlee Russell has been missing.
Let's go ahead and
many of these people that are here were.
Let's keep the chuckles to a minimum, folks.
Out at the volunteer search party at the Hoover Met earlier today. I spoke with a few of them. Kennedy Sperling, one of Carlee's longtime best friends. I actually spoke with her just a few minutes ago. She tells me that she's relieved and happy that her friend has been found alive and is safe right now here at UAB. We're going to talk to a couple of these people here in just a moment, just to kind of see how they're feeling. But you can just, when
like a homeless guy. What the hell was? Did anybody see that guy? You should have talked to him.
Talk to a couple of these people here in just a moment, just to kind of see how they're feeling. But you can just, when you walk up to these people, you can tell that they are just feeling relieved that this best case scenario has happened, that Carlee has been found alive and that she is safe. We're going to stay at the scene and continue to bring you updates, Brittany. For now, I'm going to send things back over to you.
Thank you for that update, Taylor. And I want to mention the update we just received from Hoover Police about how she was found. Police telling us they got a call around 10:45 tonight that Carlee Russell had arrived at her own home. Police responded along with the fire department, and that's when she was taken to the hospital to be evaluated and looked over. I'm sure her mother, family, and friends are elated to have her back. I know that a lot of people started saying, thank God, we praise God right now. Our prayers have been answered. I'm seeing all of your posts on social media. It feels like time has stopped in our community as the community has come together to look for Carlee Russell. Everyone's so happy to know that she has been found alive tonight. And as you just heard from our Taylor Pollock, who is live at UAB Hospital right now, she is there. As you heard her say, family is elated to have her there. Now, here's the timeline and what we know about how all of this unfolded. Carlee Russell, you see her there, was driving down I-459 around 9:30 Thursday night when she called 911 to report seeing a child along the highway. She also called her sister-in-law to report that she was going to stop after she saw that child. Now, before She stopped. She was telling her sister-in-law that she saw the kid, and she pulled over. She got out of the car, and suddenly her sister-in-law said that she heard her scream, and then there was silence. Carlee hasn't been seen or heard from since then. That again, that was Thursday night, and police say one witness said that they saw someone in a gray vehicle, a man near that area. We're still working to get details on that. But what you're looking at right now is video of what we believe or could be Carlee's car the night of all of this happening on I-459 and mile marker 11. The car you see at the distance with the flashers on, we believe that to be her car. And the police here pulling up a few minutes later on the scene. This has been an incredible story, just knowing that this young lady is alive at this time. And this is the video that WBRC obtained from traffic.
All right. Well, okay. Let's recap. As you can see, scrolling across the bottom, that Carlee Russell, who said that she was stopping on the side of the freeway, as you can see here, she's stopping on the side of the freeway to help a child that was on the side, and she got out of her car and she disappeared. So been missing since like Thursday or something like that. She shows back up at her parents' house tonight. They take her to the hospital. No child was seen in the area, or no child was found. No child reported missing. That's basically everything.
Cameras the night that Carlee Russell was said to have disappeared off of I-459 at mile marker 11. Again, tonight, the community elated. This was earlier today as search crews came together at the Hoover Met to look for her. Her mother and father telling WBRC that they were overwhelmed with the outpouring of support that they have received from their family, friends, and even strangers. Her mother telling us people were just coming up to her, hugging her to let her know that they could not sit at home while her baby was missing, and they were going to help her in any way that they could. You can see Anaya Blanchard's mother there on top of that truck. She joined in on the search to help with all of this. She said she was angry about the alert system in our state because it is pretty much non-existent for people like Carlee Russell who go missing, adults. And she tonight confirming to us, before we got all of the updates from police, that Carlee had been found and returned home, and now she is at UAB Hospital being cared for and evaluated. This is incredible. Take a look at this video here earlier from some of the neighborhoods that our house. This is the house of the neighborhood where Carlee returned home minutes after she was found, after she returned there. You can see the police lights in the distance. Hoover police confirming to WBRC they received a phone call around 10:45 that she had returned home. Fire department showed up, police showed up, of course, to look her over, see how she was doing. They took her to UAB Hospital, where she is being evaluated right now. Taylor Pollock is there at the scene. We have our crews there speaking with family. Taylor Pollock saying that she spoke to a friend who just says she's happy to have her home. And that has been the message throughout the duration of these last 48 hours. People just wanted Carlee Russell to be returned home alive and safe. And that is the most important detail that we can give you tonight, that she is home right now. The community coming together, the outpouring of support that I have witnessed from this community, the news media, everyone joined in on making sure that everyone saw Carlee Russell's picture, everyone knew who to look for, and it has been ongoing 24/7 around the clock. And the community so proud of the outpouring of support that this family has received.
What's crazy about it is that people do all of a sudden that have never had issues or had any kind of mental issues or anything like that. Sometimes people do just have a psychotic break. It really does happen. And sometimes people do wander up. It's going to be, but where the hell was she for 2 days? They said the Red Roof Inn. Now, the Red Roof Inn, that's going to be very interesting because they got a call that she was at the Red Roof Inn, but then they showed up there and that she wasn't there. car left on the side of the road running.
And they have said the support they have received has been overwhelming for them. Her mother, listening to her and her father remain strong and lean on their faith in all of this as they continued to look for her. Again, it's been 48 hours. She went missing Thursday night. And here we are tonight, a little bit after, what time is it now, y'all? After midnight. And we're giving you this wonderful news that she has returned home. She is being evaluated, but the most important detail is that she is alive and is being evaluated right now. Now, I am being told that we have a crew in the neighborhood at her house where she returned, and we're going to go to them in just a few minutes. But again, Angela Harris, who is Anaya Blanchard's mother, were confirmed to us about all of this. And let's go now to our own anchor, WBRC anchor, Janice Rogers. Janice, can you tell me where you are and what you know about all of this so far?
Hey, Brittany, I am at home actually at this moment. We had ridden over to where Carlee Russell lives. I'm back home now, but I'd been talking to Angela Harris, as you mentioned, about this case tonight, what she knew, if she had any information about some of the rumors we were hearing. And I said, well, certainly if you learn anything, please call us and let us know. And she called me right before 11 o'clock and said that she was crying on the phone, saying that they had found her, that she was alive. Again, like you had already reported, she'd been dropped off at her family's home, and that that she appeared to be in shock, and that they were going to take her to UAB Hospital, which we now know that they did. But just hearing Angela cry, as most of our viewers will know, Angela Harris, Anaya Blanchard's mother, who sadly had gone through this, but her daughter ended up being murdered and not coming home. But she had been helping this family through their concern of trying to find their daughter over the past couple of days. And she's the one who told us about it tonight, that she indeed is alive, but in shock, as she described it.
Absolutely. Janice, you said that she was dropped off at her house. Do you know more about that?
I don't at this point, and Angela did not either. But the fact that she was dropped off at her house, that was pretty surprising, and you can only imagine the relief among her family, the neighbors who had held that vigil that we all saw this week, yesterday, to try to bring her back. So, you've been talking about it, a lot of prayers.
Yeah. So, who would drop her off? Like, that's going to be that. If that's true, and Tamara, trust me, I thought that there was an alien craft on the side of the road less than 20 minutes ago, or somebody in chat did. And then we were talking about feral kids. I mean, we're really out of our boundaries here. I'm just really happy that she's alive. I mean, especially after this the Long Island serial killer, or Lisk. That's what they're calling him, Lisk. I mean, that guy's a freak.
People really were engaged in this story. And, regardless, it doesn't matter what happened. We'll learn the details later of why she disappeared, what happened to her. But right now, the relief is that she's alive and she's back with her family.
Absolutely, Janice. Thank you so much. And again, that is the most important detail.
Thanks,
25-year-old Carlee Russell has returned.
Moving on. Janice coming through. I can dig it. Let's see. Videos. So crazy. I cannot believe it.
Little girl or boy that she said appeared to be 3. And the last time any of the family spoke with her was about 9:36, when she was on the side of 459 and had spotted the little girl or boy that she said appeared to be 3 or 4 years old.
Would it have been out of character for her to stop for a child like that?
No, she's known to be
Why am I?
She has the biggest heart.
And she has a big heart. And She does know not to stop for anyone, even a child on the side of the road, but she did call 911, and I think she kind of let her guard down, thinking that they were so close. And when she got out the car, she did tell my daughter-in-law, I can't just leave. I can't just leave this little child on the side of the road.
That's true.
Kind of explain to us
Where the wind blows. Thank you so much.
here to Hoover met and just kind of gather around and try to figure this thing out.
Okay, we decided to come here because we live in the Hoover area. We actually live 5 minutes from here, and we know a lot of our friends and family live close to the area or nearby. And since she was last seen on 459, we wanted to try to gather everybody that was willing to search in one place so we could get the search going.
Well, have you guys been calling organizations? Pretty sure a lot of groups.
Yes,
Yeah,
we actually
we're reaching out to
rode
Aaliyah.
from
We have a lot of state organizations that are on this. That's why we want to keep applying the pressure to keep this thing going. We really.
So there was a police escort to the hospital, and the hospital is a level 1 trauma center. This was an abduction, no doubt. I would be surprised if it was, but that's just me. I'm an idiot, so I don't know.
We want this to blow up. We want the word of the day to be Carlee. We just want to have everybody home safe.
That's the thing. I mean, you're talking about the story just is weird. And that's a fact. Yeah, look, I'm just telling you what I think, and I'm sure I'm wrong. This whole Red Roof Inn thing. Where's Red Roof Inn? Where's this Red Roof Inn at? Oh my God. All right. So it said that she's missing for just over 48 hours. Returned home safe. Where Russell has been. So it said where she's been. Nobody really knows, obviously, yet. Wow. What a crappy article that was, huh? Okay, well. Go back to Twitter. Twitter usually has the most current and up-to-date stuff. Feels like it does seem suspicious to be an abduction, but that doesn't mean Um, let me check. I want to find.
She is human,
All right,
but she
we heard this earlier, but I'm gonna actually. What's this?
Breaking news on WFLA Now. Here's JB Buno.
An urgent search underway.
My boy
in
JB.
Alabama as a 25-year-old woman stops on the interstate to help a toddler and calls 911. But by the time authorities arrive, Carlee Russell nowhere to be found, and the toddler nowhere to be found. We are helping spread the word about Carlee's disappearance and about the $50,000 reward now being offered for information that leads to Carlee. Hello there, folks. JB here with you live for a Saturday edition of WFLA Now. Welcome into the Stream Center. Share to help.
That's interesting. The $50,000. Where would the $50,000 come from? Was that from her parents or Crime Stoppers or what?
This is a story where your social media activity can help spread the word, not just with the pictures of cat.
Yeah, and this is true. This is actually true for once. We can actually do. We could. You know, it seems like they did. I'm not saying we. Definitely not me. Could raise awareness to help find her, and hopefully that's what happened. If I'm doing a hoax, I'm calling everybody. Nah. Okay, anonymous donors and Crime Stoppers. Okay, so she found herself. It doesn't sound like she found herself, though. It sounds like somebody else found her and dropped her off at her parents' house.
Of Carlee Russell. Also, additionally, as well, news of a $50,000, the summation of a $50,000 reward now being offered for any information regarding Carlee Russell's disappearance. So if you're joining us on Facebook Live, especially, the shares can really do a lot here. And you don't have to share this live stream if you don't want to. The whole
Why do you keep saying
to get so?
Why do you keep saying juicy smoothie? Why do you say that? Because she's black? I mean, honestly, I don't understand. Juicy Smouillet got beat up by some guys at 2 a.m. for a Subway sandwich. She's not on. I don't get it. It's really nothing. I don't know, man. It doesn't. There's nothing similar to me.
Social media attention for right here, the missing person advisory that was issued yesterday for Carlee Russell missing.
Nobody gets the money. Nobody gets. There's nobody.
As of July 13th, and we'll go over the timeline. We'll go over the story and new video that has just been put out by AL.com. We're going to be talking a little bit about that as well. But these images here are extremely important. We've tried to collect as many as we can of Carlee Russell, 25 years old. Let's go over the latest from our sister station, WIAT CBS 42. According to Hoover Police, Russell called police on Thursday night to report a toddler
D.
on the side of I-459. That's again around 9:30 Thursday night. It was dark out there. So imagine Carlee Russell is driving on the interstate late at night, not much light around other than the light that's coming from just traffic back and forth, and sees a toddler on the side of the road. There you see her description, by the way. Brown hair, brown eyes, 5'3", 150 pounds, missing out of Hoover, Alabama. Anyone with information, call 911 immediately. And again, a $50,000 reward is being offered. Carlee Russell pulls over.
Okay, so this is from earlier, but yes, she has been found. Her family took her to the hospital, and we don't really know nothing about a kid. We don't know anything about a child yet. Skunk piss. Golly.
Off on the side of the road to help this toddler that she sees and says is wandering on the side of I-459 in Hoover, Alabama, late at night.
I don't think it's a hoax. I think that there could be there could have been a psychological break. That's all I'm saying.
Does the right thing by stopping her vehicle, wanting to help out, is on the phone with 911, is on the phone with a family member. The call with 911 ends, and a family member says that not a family member, but I believe it is, to be just completely accurate with the story, it is a friend who she's on the phone with, who describes Carlee asking if the boy is okay, not hearing much of a response, but hearing a scream on the telephone. That is, again, according to the friends and family of Carlee Russell. By the time authorities get there to the scene, and the area is I-459 between Galleria Flyover and Exit 10 in Hoover. When police arrived to the area, they located her car, some of her belongings, including her phone, but Carlee Russell was gone, and so was the child. The child that she said that she saw on the side of the road was not there. Again, she is described as 5'4", between 150, 160 pounds, last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, and white Nike shoes. Hoover police say they have not received any other calls regarding a child. There's so much social media activity regarding whether or not this was designed to lure in a good Samaritan. Was this something where a child was being used as far as a scheme? We're going to get into all of that here on this live stream, address some of the social media chatter that's going on.
Hey, JB, I bet none of your audience suggested that it was a feral child that she could have saw now, or abduction lights. I'm just saying. That's it.
And also kind of keep the train on the track, so to speak, by talking about what we do know. We're going to stay fact-based, and also what we don't know regarding
My audience,
because
JB's
as
audience,
the story
my
spreads,
audience.
just like a game of telephone, people, some misinformation might spread along with it, but we're here to help not just get the word out, share these images of Carlee Russell, but also share the news of the $50,000 reward and help eliminate misinformation online. Let's show you some of the video. Here are
JB is your totally prototypical, stereotypical news guy. You know what I'm saying? He's like perfect for it, and he's good at it.
Carlee Russell's.
But I'm just saying, the hair, the raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, he makes me look like a pile. So it kind of sucks putting him up on the screen, because it's like you look at him and you go, and then you look at me and you go, and then you look at him and you go, and then you look at him and you go,
Family members, friends. This is an organized community search effort near the spot right there, the Exit 10 sign. You can see Hoover on there. They brought in dogs. This is a search that has been, of course, led by authorities, but also community members looking in this wooded area off the interstate where Carlee Russell stopped her vehicle. You can see just how many people, both from a law enforcement standpoint and just a community standpoint, people that are walking in formation, it looks like, doing everything they can to find Carlee Russell. Again, a video has come out from AL.com in the last couple of hours, and it's traffic camera video. And if there's one thing that is so abundantly clear from the traffic camera video, is just how dark it was.
That's true.
Really dark. But you can see in the video, Carlee Russell pull over on the side of the road. She has her hazards on, stops, and then you see a little bit later on, you see the authorities, the blue lights from the police vehicles also pull up. But by that time, Carlee Russell was gone. So was there an...
Really? You only got a little bit of jealousy out of that? That's it? Just a little bit of jealousy? Because I laid it on pretty thick. I wasn't trying to mask anything there. Snazzle dazzle.
Was this part of a trap as it's been described on social media? What happened to Carlee Russell is the massive focus right now for this very intensive law enforcement effort that's going on, again, in central Alabama, Hoover, not too far away from Birmingham. So a lot of different law enforcement agencies are involved, as we understand it. This is a growing operation. Tips are being assigned to various investigators, as we've heard, and they're doing everything that they can right now to spread the word of Carlee Russell's disappearance. But again, this story
that's what's
is
up.
based on an act of kindness. Carlee Russell was driving.
That's the weirdest part about it. JB, give me a second here, JB. Let me get in here, JB, for a second. You've been talking this whole damn time. The whole I just like when you look at the video, you're going, how the hell would anybody see a child and start driving on the shoulder of the road for like 500 feet? All right.
Late at night, she had left she had gotten a bite to eat nearby. She was minutes away from her house, according to family. She was so close to home, and she says she sees a child on the side of the interstate.
Hey, where'd the Juicy Smollett guy go? He was throwing that out there. Oh, there he is right here. For her sake, I hope. Let's see. Prove she had a medical event. I don't believe that she didn't break any laws, did she? I don't think going missing is against the law.
She pulls over to check on the child. Somebody on the other end of the phone, again, a friend of a family member, hears a scream. A friend of Carlee Russell's hears a scream, and then at that point, she's gone. We do have some sound here. I want to play back a truck driver that's
rapper
station WIAT CBS 42 back in a moment.
Saying, hey, drivers, check your cameras. All right. First and last name? Elizabeth Sturdivant. Spell that last name. STUR.
Right, but here's the thing. She hasn't said that she was abducted. She hasn't said anything yet. Now, if she lies to investigators, then there's going to be a problem.
DIVANT. All right, and you're a truck driver, but you're from Birmingham. Correct. Okay. So, first of all, how did you find out about this? I heard about this from another fellow truck driver who actually sent me the information regarding Carlee's disappearance. Yeah. All right.
Look, I don't think that there was a child, but the fact that she said there was.
And so your point is, you kind of wish more of this information would get out to truck drivers, huh? Correct. Yeah, tell me about that. Well, there's a lot of truck drivers that utilizes I-59, especially going south and northbound. On this particular day, I'm actually pleading out to truck drivers who are actually headed, I think this is southbound on I-459 through the Hoover, Birmingham area to review their cameras in their or have their companies to review their cameras that are in their dashes. Yeah. So you were saying you guys operate all hours of the day and night. You see a lot of stuff, don't you? Right, and a lot of times with having a child like that on the side of the road, a truck driver may have seen the situation, but not really put it all together. May have saw her with the child, thinking they was probably just using the bathroom or something like that, right. Not even remotely putting it together. It was her stopping to try to assist the child.
So once again, so the story goes that she saw a child on the side of the road. L-Ring tells us to drop it, but he can get bent. And by the way, I said I don't think that there's a child, but that's part of this story. The only reason that she said that she was stopping on the side of the friggin' highway is because she said that she saw a child, not a feral child, not a whatever, not a child. I don't know what a feral child is. Okay. So she's on the phone with her brother's girlfriend, which is, I'm sure he was never pumped that they were really close, but whatever. Good thing that she was on the phone with somebody. The sister or the girlfriend of the brother hears her addressing a child. But does not hear the child return whatever. And she leaves her car unattended, running. She's gone. I believe into the woods. I don't know where else she would go. And the parents get a call. The parents get a call saying that she's at the Red Roof Inn, but the police respond and she's not there. People keep saying an alien. I'm not, I don't think there was either. I know.
And because they saw that part of it, they may ignore it. But in actuality, they don't know that they may have witnessed some vital information or vital situation.
But somebody probably saw something.
Correct. I'm pretty sure that there was probably I would almost guarantee that there was a truck driver that.
I want to say this really quick while we have people here. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to this channel. We are legitimately 10 subscribers away from a monumental, for this channel, a very substantial number, 20,000 subscribers. We're 10 shy of that just now. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I never imagined that I would ever have 20,000 subscribers anywhere. So thank you guys. And I appreciate it.
That came along before she did. Came through this area.
All right, that's a little bit of the interview with a truck driver who, again, trying to get the word out for other truck drivers to check their dash cam video, their cameras on their, as far as on their dash, anything to provide a clue that would provide a break in the case. A call to action, if you're watching right now.
We hit 20,000. We hit 20,000. So thank you guys.
On Facebook Live, this is a call for Share to Help. And
now back to the story.
It's not just sharing this live stream. It's sharing any post, anything, whatever you'd like to do. If you make your own post or if you share another a law enforcement post from the Hoover Police Department on Facebook or Twitter, whatever it might be, this is just a call to action to click on any share button, whether it's our live stream or another post, anything that you can do to help spread the word. We know, and you know, with missing person cases, how important the first 48 hours are. Carlee Russell hasn't been seen since around 9:30 Thursday night when everything went dark on that stretch of the interstate in Hoover, Alabama. We're coming up on 48 hours in about 4 hours from now. So these minutes, these hours are precious for law enforcement to get any tips, any break in the case. So you think that your share button or your retweet.
There it is.
So again, sharing this not just in central Alabama, but beyond the state of Alabama, here in Florida, in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, all of these central states, really beyond. I mean, this is going to become every hour that passes the
You know, it's funny to think about too. My very first channel that I had, we hit 17, close to 18,000 subscribers, and I started over on a whole new channel. And it's been just a little over a year and a half, maybe less than a year and a half, that I've been on this channel. And so it hasn't been a slow grow. It's gone amazing.
area,
Thank you
is
guys.
going to get larger, but anybody that sees, whether it's at a truck stop or whether it's at a rest stop of some kind, or whether it's at a gas station, getting out these images and getting out her description, which again I will read as: she is 5'4",
Thank you.
150 to 160 pounds. Last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, white Nike shoes.
Thank you, Dumpling.
And again, she is believed to have been no, she is gone as of Thursday night at around 9:30 p.m. We're going to start to take your hashtag HeyJB questions and comments here momentarily, but we do have an interview as well with a family member as well. Let's listen in. This is again courtesy of WIAT CBS 42 in Birmingham, Alabama.
But she did call 911, and I think she kind of let her guard down, thinking that they were so close. And when she got out the car, she did tell my daughter-in-law, I can't just leave. I can't just leave this little child on the side of the road.
And again, she was on the phone twice with a dear friend that she was on the phone with, talking about how she had seen the toddler on the side of the road, and then also as well, she had placed a 911 call.
So she called 911. She called 911 and said, "Hey, there is." She reported this to the police and literally stopped. I mean, it's just insane.
I mean, look,
I'm starting to think of the feral kid aspect of it. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, as far as an act of,
we're gonna keep up with it. We'll keep with this story. We'll probably know more tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe they'll just say, you know what, like it's personal. I don't know.
A good Samaritan, as far as what to do. You see a child late at night, pretty much pitch black out there, with the exception of the traffic that's going back and forth on the interstate. You see a child wandering around on the side of the road.
Not that I can find.
Car. You put on your hat. In the AL.com video, which I did not have the ability to load into this live stream. I mean, it's textbook as far as pulling over onto the shoulder, putting on your hazards to alert other drivers.
Is JB going to tell us how to pull over on the freeway? He's got to fill time.
Stopping the vehicle, but something happens under the cover of darkness that you can't see in that video, where all of a sudden Carlee Russell is gone and the toddler is nowhere to be found. So
yeah, I'll play it.
Exactly happened on the side of the road remains a mystery here today, but these hours.
Can you still hear JB? Can you guys still hear him? The hell does that mean? No? Okay, you can't hear. All right. So here's the video. All right, here, let's just check the video out again. Okay. I'm not. He was just teaching us how to pull over. I promise. All right. So she turns on her hazards. She would have had to seen the child. Like if you look at it, okay. So you're telling me that she can. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. But if you look up here, she's already pulled over. She doesn't stop for another few hundred feet. How would she see that child from that far away? I don't get that. That's so okay. So now here we go. Mohawk Mom says, or no, here we go. Leah, I think that's a big ass. That would be a big ass kid. That would be a feral kid. They have found her. Yes. Yes, they have. Where the Wind Blows. New member. She's still driving, for God's sakes. I don't get that. Yeah, social butterfly. So some idiot. I don't know if you were here earlier in the show, but some idiot suggested that there was something on the side of the road, and I knew right away that it was a reflection, and I was like, guys, it's a reflection. It just matches up way too perfect with the blinker. I was like, God, come on, guys, But then I let it be for a minute, and and then somebody said something about a feral kid, So I don't know. We're just spitballing here. And it definitely wasn't me that noticed the reflection. I wasn't the one that brought it up. Just so you know. And the funny thing is, it was on a different video. So when we were watching a different video, there's nowhere, you're not going to see anything down there. So, yeah. Yeah, this is enhanced footage. Watch the end. So weird, isn't it? Lulu says, congratulations on 20K. Josh, oh my God, I'm so proud. My brother, love you lots. I love you too, Lulu. Been with us from the pretty close to the very beginning. Been a while. She took the exit, turned around, and stopped where she seen. That's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know where the hell that camera is from, to be honest with you. Maybe I don't know, a water tower. I just made that up. But no one else saw this kid, so let's just move on from the kid conversation. We're not having a conversation about the kid. We're having a conversation about the story. So that's the whole reason that the story started, is because she said she saw the kid. You want to just skip the start of the story? What are you, like Pulp Fiction? We're not Pulp Fiction. You can't just skip the beginning of the story. You got to come back to the beginning of the story at some point. You don't want to start it at the end and then go back to the beginning and then start from the end and then to the beginning. Justin Ventori, what are you trying to do here? This isn't the show Lost. We got to go back, and the kid's part of the story. I know there's no kid. I get it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Don't tell me there's no kid. I have not seen one child, be it feral or regular, whatever that means. I get it. So we're not going to move on from the kid discussion. All right? There's no moving on from the kid discussion. The kid is part of the story, whether the kid's real or not. You get it? What do you want me to do? Hey, guys, some lady just pulled over on the side of the road for no reason, disappeared into the woods. Why'd she pull over on the side of the road? I don't know, man. I have no idea. Why would she pull over on the side of the road, Josh? I'm not sure. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. She said she saw a kid. My God in heaven. Tiger got out of the cage. And a comment that just brings me right back to earth. The kids are our future. I love that. It's beautiful. It could be a feral Bigfoot child. Okay. I think the back passenger door wasn't her. Let's try that again. Okay. Feral babies wear diapers. I've never heard of a feral child being on the freeway. Somebody even in the chat, and I think it was a joke earlier, but I think what they said was, aren't babies always found on the freeway? And I think they were kidding. At least I think they were. I don't know if they were or not. Probably not. Yeah, I was just kidding around. That person will never come back. Feral diapers are super expensive. Yeah. Too long. Travel the shoulder. That's what I think too. Tatum Sage, thank you so much. 20K party. Yeah. Or yay. Sorry. Congrats. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right after, then this is Marcos Chaz, or whatever, however the hell you say your name. You can't say in one breath that the children are our future and then you don't trust them. I mean, you're just contradicting yourself left and right, hombre. Grass is tall enough to hide a kid. They certainly did. Marlena says, speaking of diapers, a dude in another country, I forget which one, it's probably France. 11-year-olds are making wearing a diaper a trend. That doesn't surprise me. All right. I've seen this video. Oh, crap. I've seen this video enough, that's for sure. Back to you, JB.
Themselves, and they're forwarding those leads to us. This is an image that police put out, and I want to get this image, and this is from AL.com, saying that this is the most accurate description of
JB. If you bring up that there's a kid, I'm going to be pissed.
Of what Carlee Russell looks like, because a lot of social media comments have come in, including in our comment section here today. I'm going to see if I can add this on the fly.
It's like, I'm going to see if I can add this on the fly.
I'm going to see if I can add this on the fly.
Okay, so we're going to watch him add this on the fly. I don't know.
Including in our comment section here today. A lot of social media comments have come in, including in our comment section here today. I'm going to see if I can add this on the fly. So this is a image of Carlee Russell without the wig.
Really? Like, that wasn't that hard, JB.
Really, here in that photo, she is wearing a wig. There is a photo that has been released that shows her without the wig that has been described by those close to Carlee Russell as being a more accurate description of what she might look like if she is to be seen by somebody during search efforts. So let me see if I can load this up and get, okay, it is now officially into the rotation. Let's speed this along.
So glad that you stopped by.
Okay, I think it's 1, 2.
JB.
There it is. Okay. Oh.
Not so on the fly now.
It stopped there, but
they are spendy.
We'll cycle through and we'll look at this here again.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
It is a photo of Carlee Russell without a hairpiece of any kind on. It is said to be
I would
a
hate to
very
know.
accurate look as to what she might be looking like and what people should be looking for. There's the missing person advisory.
I'm going to try and do this on the fly.
Right, so starting now, folks, what we are going to do is we're going to start to take your hashtag HeyJB questions and comments. You can start punching them in now. If you have something you want to share about this story, if you have an observation, if there's something that I missed that you want me to highlight, again, please attribute, source appropriately. And
they do this thing where, they use the hashtag HeyJB, and he always says, we do this so in case you want to be a part of the conversation. But JB, why would they be in your chat if they didn't want to be a part of the conversation? You just want the trend. And I get it. It's clever. I know what he went to school for. It was like social marketing or something.
The comment section with good information. Or if you just have a question about this story, please use hashtag HeyJB. That is an interactive way where on this screen here to my left, I can see those comments come in and I can animate them on screen. And just to show you exactly what I'm talking about, here's one of our moderators on YouTube saying use hashtag HeyJB if you'd like JB to answer your questions or comment. And yes, stay respectful in the comment section. So we'll start to look. Let's see here. Jay says hashtag HeyJB, was her phone found in
Lulu gifting
or in the woods? I believe.
Hashtag HeyJB. Lulu, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. That's very sweet of you.
That I'm trying to find the
yes, she
the
was
list of the items that were found. Give me a second here. Okay, so they found her phone on the ground. Let's see here. One of the Russell family members, her mother, Talitha Russell, saying that when police arrived, her car door was open. They found her phone on the ground, along with her wig and her hat. Her purse was still in her car. Her Apple Watch was in her purse. Her AirPods as well. These are, that of course is
God, when you hear something like that too, I mean, you just don't think that it's gonna turn out well at all.
A troubling component to the case, because if by any chance she had her phone on her, not only is she maybe able to call for help if she's able to access her phone in any capacity, but also a phone or even an Apple Watch. Most Apple Watch models, they can be tracked and be used in a active law enforcement search. So the phone was found on the ground, wig, hat found on the ground, purse was in the car, and then her Apple Watch in the purse and her AirPods were in the purse as well. Talitha Russell saying that a tip was called in from a trucker who claimed that he saw a gray car with a tall brown skinned man with khaki shorts.
You mean black?
Leaning over in the car. Very troubling.
That is crazy. So, I mean, she very well may have been abducted. Who knows?
So, again, a gray car with a tall, brown-skinned man with khaki shorts leaning over in the car, and that they did find some tire tracks in the grass.
But the meals were gone.
But they said that because it was not a muddy area, they were not able to determine what type of vehicle it could have been. One of the reasons is because, well, look, it might be in relation to precipitation that has fallen over the area of late. The more precipitation that is in the ground, the more likely you're going to get that tire imprint.
So if the ground is soft and wet, you'll be able to get.
Again, the $50,000 reward, $25,000 was the initial offer. An anonymous donor putting up an additional $20,000, and then Crime Stoppers has put in another $5,000. So $50,000 is the total reward amount.
Is he doing something on the fly? What are you doing,
Karen Broderick, it's been reported that she said on Twitter the day before the man sat in the car for 10 minutes watching her. Again, we caution our audience. I would need
a... See, JB's like, come on. He gets hit with it too. I got hit with feral kids and some lunatic saying that there was a car off the side of the road driving through bush.
Source for that information. And please be careful to what you read on social media. I'm not saying it's not true, but where is that information coming from? Please source and attribute, appropriately. So Karen, if you want to comment back with #KJB and let me know exactly where you saw that.
She told you where it came from, JB. It came from Twitter. I mean, she can't be any more clear about it.
Information from that would be helpful. And is that information coming to what you read on social media? I'm not saying it's not true.
He's like,
but where is that information coming from? Please source.
What up, Abe?
Appropriately. So Karen, if you want to comment back,
thank
with
you.
#KJB and
appreciate it.
And let me know exactly where you saw that information from. That would be helpful.
Yeah, I do too. Actually,
Kathy says, have they searched highway cams? Yes, and that's the video that's on AL.com. And it's just really grainy and it's really dark and it's hard to see, but you can see a vehicle flashing hazards.
No, I am
onto the shoulder and then stop before law enforcement vehicles.
No, I am. I'm just doing a show here, guys. Just trying to be sort of entertaining, and not totally rely on JB. That's all I'm saying.
Right. The video does not show much. It's not of great quality.
And I like everybody
of the distance in which the camera is located. It's pretty far away.
Every single person.
It's 9:30 at night on a section of an Alabama interstate that is. Look, I lived in Alabama for 5 years. A lot of sections of interstate are going to be very dark. There isn't going to be a tremendous amount of lighting out there, and that's not even having to do with me living in Alabama. That's a lot of interstates across the country. If it's not located in a metropolitan area, more often than not, it's not going to have a lot of lighting at night. the primary source of lighting is going to be cars zooming back and forth. So it's just dark video. So Janice, hashtag AJB, let us hear the 911 call. The 911 call has not been released unless it's come out in the last 10 minutes and I haven't checked Hoover PD. And also, too, law enforcement, they're not going to put out, they're not going
to. He's never, Amy King said earlier, JB has never made us laugh. Has he? He is handsome. I agree. I like him. He really never has made any. Has he made you guys laugh before?
Going to put out the 911 call unless it can help in the search efforts. Reason being is because, look, if it can't help the...
Elaine says, I saw your channel for the first time and tuned in when you said soon after that you were 10 away from 20K. So I subscribed as soon as you said that. Congrats. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
The search efforts and can't help the community locate Carlee Russell. It can be considered a traumatizing piece of media potentially to the family members. That 911 call might be something that they would not want released.
Where'd that inventory guy go?
To the public, because if it's something that everyone right now associated with the story, as far as the Russell family, they are, this is an emotionally charged situation, and the 911 call, if it can't help, it might cause stress for those family members and friends. Josh says, hashtag KJB, are the police searching all the homes behind the trees for cameras?
Of course they are.
Searching everywhere. But I don't know. I'm going to try to bring it up on Google Maps, Josh. I don't, as far
Thank you,
as
JB. I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing that, JB.
The interstate on Google Maps, Josh. I don't know.
Get on that, Josh. I mean, JB.
I'm going to try to bring it up on Google Maps, Josh.
Thank you, JB.
I don't, as far as that section of the interstate, and again, I'm going to bring up that section of the interstate here on Google Maps. Let's see here if I can bring this up. Okay, so all right, so it's I-459 in Hoover, Alabama, right before exit 10. Yeah, look,
you definitely are.
There are,
because I don't even think that.
And
but thank you. That's very nice.
I'm looking here. Which
I think so too.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot, and let's go to. There's a lot around here. Yeah, there's homes. There's a lot of neighborhoods. Excuse me. All around this area.
Celeste makes a great point here. Maybe she didn't want to be found taking off the wig, leaving her phone. Who leaves their Apple Watch in their purse? Like, why wouldn't you be wearing it?
Area.
Kelly O, what's up, Kelly O?
Look, it's not super rural, but it's rural enough that the interstate goes through a wooded area, and there aren't a lot of lights.
Well,
but
he doesn't.
There are a lot of neighborhoods in the surrounding.
He knows now, but we're just, he knows now,
area.
I think.
You would imagine everyone there is on high alert. The door knocking has been going on undoubtedly. I can't say that with certainty because I'm not there, but no doubt everything within a square mile or beyond, everyone is going to be contacted, asked about if they have seen the missing posters that are going to be going up. We saw it in the video. You'll see it right here. Missing posters that are going up. This community in the area of Hoover, Alabama. I mean, this is a story that I mean, that is really the focal point of the search. So people are on high alert. But also at the same time, not everyone is aware of this story. And that's one of the reasons why we're on live stream tonight, to help spread the word as much as we can, doing everything we can to use our platform to get the share count up. And again, if you're joining us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, your shares matter. We are still within the first 48 hours. We hit the 48-hour mark tonight at 9:30, and there is no magic crossover that says that she's not going to be found after you cross over that point. I think so much gets made of the 48 hours, and I understand the statistics. I get the research. I understand that, but right now, 48 hours or not, these hours, these minutes are precious, and social media is a resource that can be used to get a hold of people. Because again, if an abduction or a kidnapping took place, okay, and somebody who committed a nefarious act, committed a crime, has Carlee Russell and just picked a direction and started driving as far as they could to get out of this intensive search that is ongoing, they could be, think about how far somebody could travel in a day and a half. I mean, think about all the surrounding states where they could be. So it's not just an Alabama story from my standpoint. It's a story really for the entirety of the southeastern United States, and maybe even beyond into the central U.S. Again, if you want to get my attention, please use hashtag HeyJB. Let's go back to the comments. I can only see the ones with the hashtag. We use that system so that
Thank you.
If you don't want your, like Josh here, if you don't want your name and your profile picture, on a news live stream like this, we don't want to put your comment up if you don't want it to be up. So that
JB, I don't want mine up.
Hashtag tells us that you are trying to interact with us and want to be featured with your question or comment on our live stream.
It could be
Ray Day. Is there a
could be
certain time frame where search
hashtag,
efforts stop? This search is not going to lose steam anytime soon. R3M3 hashtag AJB. Carlee's Twitter says a man staring at her for 10 minutes. Okay, so that's another person saying check Carlee Russell's Twitter. It says these tweets are protected, or at least for this Carlee Russell account. So if somebody wants to tweet it with hashtag HeyJB on Twitter, please do. Hey, it's Ari. Hashtag HeyJB. Was the kid/child she saw, were they there?
That's totally possible.
The child was nowhere to be found. Hashtag AJB from Devin. What about search and rescue? All the cars and no dash cams. That's why the truck driver interview was important, is because so many vehicles now are equipped with cameras, and especially truckers. And so one truck camera video could make a break in the case. And that's why any truckers that were driving in that area around 9:30 at night on I-459 in Hoover, Alabama, southbound, that's really important. Plant Diva, hashtag HeyJB, or is there a press conference scheduled for later? There is no press conference at this time that we've been made aware of. We're monitoring I have friends who are reporters in Alabama. I was a reporter in Alabama for 5 years. I know this area to an extent. I was more of a I was a reporter in Mobile at WKRG, the CBS affiliate down there, for almost 5 years. But I would travel through Hoover, Birmingham, Central Alabama all the time. And so I know I have been on this road. I can't say that I've been on this road a lot, but I know Central Alabama enough to know generally where this is. I still have a lot of contacts in Alabama, and no press conference, to answer your question, Plant Diva. No press conference that we're aware of at this time. The last press conference, which we played back earlier on the live stream, that press conference was from yesterday.
That's a good question.
And we were live streaming with the Gilgo Beach serial killer arrest when a lot of this was unfolding.
I am
online.
curious about that too.
And the missing person advisory came out right after our Gilgo Beach live stream. So that was when I jumped on it. All right. So Karen says, #KJB, do you think the child was a decoy? This is one of the theories online on social media, but please let me emphasize it is a theory. But Carlee Russell seeing a child, what is a child doing on the interstate late at night? And who else was there? Now, again, a truck driver said, and let me pull up AL.com, just to make sure that I have I'm sourcing this appropriately. AL.com reports, according to an interview from Talitha Russell, which is Carlee's mother, that there was a trucker who saw a gray car with a tall brown-skinned man with khaki shorts leaning over into the car. And then police did find some tire tracks in the grass, but no imprint in that tire grass. Or excuse me.
Something happened. Obviously, I'm not saying anything that. But like to think that it's just like, oh yeah, she had a psychological break. It doesn't. Between the red roof, I get it. There's no kid. JB, don't bring up the kid anymore.
I mean, no imprint in the grass from the tire could be obtained. Again, authorities, according to the Friday press conference at AL.com, authorities are not committing to any one theory in Russell's disappearance. Back to Karen's comment. Was the child a decoy? Was the child out there to lure in a good Samaritan? People can visualize that, right? Somebody with a very sick mind and really sick intentions using a child to lure in a good Samaritan who would stop on the side of the road.
I don't know.
People can visualize that act of evil, and that is why it's been a theory on social media. But also, too, there's other reasons as to why the child might have been out there. The child might have been running away from something or someone. The child might have been on the side of the road and tried to get away from. Why the child was there to begin with is really an enormous component to the story and a massive unanswered question. Who is that child? Why was the child there? And who is responsible for that child? But please, I caution everybody, the idea of a child being used as part of a trap, that is speculative. That is a theory. And we have to caution our audience when it comes to these stories. People putting that out there, that can roll down a hill very, very quickly and get out of control. So please, nobody has suggested or definitively stated, or it is just, look, it's a theory. It's only a theory at this time.
I'm going to read this tweet here really quick, if you don't mind, JB. Thanks for that. Maybe I won't. Okay, so it says, can someone explain to me why people are throwing shade at Carlee Russell about her disappearance, saying she made the story up or ran away or was suffering from a mental health issue instead of being relieved that this woman returned home safe? People are victim blaming. I mean, I'm with that. We just don't know anything concrete.
But Jenna, with a great question, did anybody report seeing a child? No. Carlee Russell, at this stage in the story, Carlee Russell is the only person who reported seeing a child on the side of the road.
Is that you again, Lulu? Did you get 5 more memberships?
Look, if it's a child wandering on the side of the road late at night, there's a chance that dozens of drivers drove by and just didn't see. It's a very
Mimi wants to know who got the
low-lit
food.
area, and it was 9:30 at night. The sun had fully retreated. The sun had fully gone down. So it was dark out there with not much light other than passing by traffic. Another 10 minutes here on the live stream before we have to wrap up. So another 10 minutes of answering questions.
He sounds very very excited about. Hey JB, do you think they checked the cameras?
So another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes here on the live stream before we have to wrap up. So another 10 minutes of answering questions.
He's all pissed.
When wants to know, is there a reservoir near? No, on Google Maps, there's no body of water anywhere nearby. It is just dense.
Lulu, thank you again. That's 10 total memberships that you've gifted tonight. Thank you so much.
Wooded area surrounded by neighborhoods and a couple of shopping centers not too far away also. Skylove, how does a camera capture partial? And not at all. I don't think I understand what you're saying here, but yes, AL.com has the traffic camera video showing the car pulling over on the side of the road, but you're not going to see much, folks. I mean, look, this is why interactive live streaming is great, or just live streaming in general. Anybody on the live stream work with video enhancement? Because I know that the sleuthing community, they are very active in stories like these. Now I caution our audience, again, if it's not coming from an official source, like a law enforcement source, anybody can make anything appear on the internet with video. But we have seen some great work from the online community as far as
what he's
trying
using,
to work
Abe.
with really terrible videos.
It looks kind of
I've done
like
it myself. I'm very amateur, but trying to do everything you can with a particular piece of either dark video or
how far from
video,
the red,
doing everything that you can.
How far from the red roof in? Let me look. Hold on. 4 mile marker 11. Let me see here. And then we'll go to red roof in. I don't know. Where the hell is the red roof in at? So I'm looking here, and so it is the interstate's 459. Yeah, it's a terrible motel. It is. It really is. I know. It doesn't have the best of. It's like a Motel 6. Maybe worse. I don't know. I've never stayed at a red roof. There are 3 in that area. Okay, so I'm not even going to try and find it because I don't know where the hell it came
Enhance
from.
that video and make it more clear to see something that otherwise you might not normally see without the enhancement. Is there anybody else out there that does that kind of work? That video is now released and it's on AL.com. But again, as I state that, please be mindful that social media is a minefield when it comes to misinformation and people who will try to clickbait you. Look for stories where everyone's getting, where people, a story that is attracting a whole lot of attention, and we'll see that as an opportunity to try to divert clicks in their direction, activity in their direction. Look over here. even though it's complete and total fabrication. Please be careful. And that's why following law enforcement sources and following reporters, you can follow me. I'm not going to tweet out anything or share anything that has its credibility in question. We're only going to put out credible information. That's why if you're looking for, and look, the reporters at WI.
Yeah, dude, we get it. We'll follow you. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We'll know. Hopefully we'll know more tomorrow. We'll keep covering this. And hold on. Let me just say this again to you guys. It's pretty awesome. I want to thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the hay, but we will talk about this again tomorrow. And I appreciate you guys being here. We hit 20K. We hit 20,000 subscribers. Tonight happened live on the air, and it was awesome. And I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for showing up and being here. Dumpling, Jody Sue, Horsewoman, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you all very, very, very much. Oh, thank you, Linda. 6.6 miles to the red roof thing makes sense. All right, we'll see.
Oh,
saw you.
my.
Objectional hearsay. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, my.
Thank you, Eric. Celeste, 5 more memberships. I wish I could see those. I don't know why it doesn't let me see them. Celeste, thank you so much. Where are you at, Celeste? You're there somewhere. Where'd you go? Thank you, Celeste. Very kind. Appreciate that. Thank you. Freckle says, at least she's alive and safe. I agree 100%.